Well. Howdy, gang. Tiger is back. And yeah, the pool noodle's hanging out behind me. Never mind that. I've been packing up a lot of stuff. Now I see some head. Oh, I actually see some people here. Hi. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Whatever time you want it to be, or whatever time it happens to be. So I'm just here to. Oh, Mildred, go on. Go on with your dangerous tale. Shimizu. Howdy, howdy, Linda and Dusty Moose, Michelle. How are you? How is everybody doing? I'm just hanging out for a little bit before Vintage Vino come on it in an hour. Hi, Lemmy Lemon. Hey, Lemmy Lemon, I owe you an apology because your package, I think, was the one that dropped off the pile of packages on Saturday that when I put them out to be picked up, apparently it fell down or something. I found it yesterday on the floor in the back in my shipping station corner. So I'm sorry about that. It's gonna go out tomorrow now. Oops. Hi Alice. Hey Bree. Hey Joanne. And Missy Miss. Yes. Say hi, Missy Miss, and then go back to sleep. She was such a cutie today. I had a picture of her and Bismarck out in the shade in the yard, hanging out. Hi Sheila. So how is everybody doing today, this beautiful holiday Monday? Mail-free Monday? I don't know, lately I don't like mail-free days because I get so much stuff. It's like, it's a day I'm not getting anything. Meh. So, what else is new? What else is new? Ooh, we got lots of stuff coming up. Got a sale coming up with Beth, the South Carolina Princess. Sweet Treats and Pretties. Her channel name is so long, I will never. You did get a USPS package? How did that happen? But then last fall, there was a day when I actually got a USPS package on a Sunday evening at 5 o'clock. Sunday. I never get mail on Sundays. But that was around the time when my original mail carrier was promoted, and they had a new carrier, and that carrier was not very good, I guess. She didn't last very long. That was the only time we had a not so good mail carrier. All the other ones are pretty good. In fact, the one we have now is the best so far. The last one was really good too, but this one he is even better. But that was not the point. I was gonna show you some stuff I picked up because I don't know if you heard yet, but next week on June the 8th, and I'm getting choppy there on my video screen. June the 8th, which happens to be my best friend's 60th birthday. We are doing Misty. Misty allowed us to do a mod sale on her channel, which means Misty is not selling anything. She's having a day of not making any money. Instead, she's giving all her main mods the spots to sell, which is Bree and Amy and Jay and myself. And I picked up some cool stuff. Guess what? I went to Bookman's. Bookman's is a hey Joan, hey Lena. Bookman's is supposed to be a used bookstore, one of those where you can turn in your books and they buy your books, or you get a merchandise credit and you can buy used books and records and vinyl. But they also have a corner in the back where they have like knickknacks and collector's items and household items, and they extended that corner now that I found out recently. Now they have little knickknacks in the bookshelves too, where there's the books, then there's the books. In the middle they have like little knickknacks or some cool little things sitting to make more room for these. Whenever I bring them knickknacks to sell, they never need them or want them. That's too bad. But I did get good. I already got made good business with them. Hi Mary, hello hello. So, a few other things that I found that may or may not be in the sale on June 8th. Misty, look, the Old Bailey's thingies. I know they were such a big hit last year, or was it the year before? I think it was last year. And I was thrilled to find them. I was thrilled to find them. This one has the yum, and that one has the yum. So I picked those up from 1996. They're marked on the bottom. Whoops, and now let's see how I try to put them away but without destroying them. And I also picked up, ooh, I have not done any research on this yet, but check out this beauty. It's huge. It's more than 5.5 inches. I don't know. It feels very Viking. I don't know if it is though, but I get that vibe, and it's a beautiful, beautiful color. That the dark, especially the darker one, is really beautiful. And I know I may save it for the fall. That's what everybody keeps saying. Save those colors for Halloween or for Thanksgiving. What do you all think? Should I sell now or should I wait till Halloween or Thanksgiving? Let me know. And then I picked up this guy, but mostly for myself. But I found that he is sellable too. He's purple. No, that's purple, and he's got light purple. I got him on tattooed too. I was a do-over, but hi Sandy. So hi Lena, and he is marked. So yeah, he's cool. I like him. Because I brought so much stuff to Bookmans, and see, that's the way they operate. Unlike half price books, they just give you money, and they never give you much money because you know when you sell the stuff, it's not really worth much because they sell it fairly cheap, and they still have to make their cut on it. But Bookmans, they offer you merchandise credit. So I had a lot of merchandise credit, which is how I. Hi, Deborah. Deborah, I hope you got my email because I wasn't sure about the shipping, but I do have your invoice. It's already on the way. So let me know if that's the one you want. I'm just paranoid about these brokerage fees because I've heard from another reseller that someone really was vetoing those brokerage fees, and there's nothing you can do about it. Apparently, UPS charges brokerage fees to Canada, while the USPS does not. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that. And then I found another Mara mug. I seem to find Mara mugs now these days, but this one is a very specific one. So I'm not sure if there's a lot of interest in that. It's a Taurus, but I figure there's a lot of Tauruses out there. Was it Tauri? I figure, and it's got some purple in it. Well, it's more like a. Well, it's somewhat. It is purpley. I really like that design. I really like that design, and that's a real nice piece. So again, that may or may not be up for sale coming up soon. Not sure what you think about that. And oh yeah, another one of those. Tiger couldn't. Tiger couldn't. Just couldn't leave it. Tiger found another, and that's been an older one. I've had that for a while because it's so big and so heavy, and I really don't want to ship it. But I know it is a real nice piece. Check it out. This is by Lionel E. Dougie, and he is from Puyallup, Washington. And there's the certificate on the back. It's a beautiful piece. But I would prefer to ship it without the frame, but it's professionally framed. It's the Michaels frame, and it's in really good shape. So to take it apart would be stupid. At the same time, shipping it like this would be stupid too, because it's big and heavy. So I may just have to list it on Cherish. Maybe I can find a local buyer on Cherish, because Oh, okay. Thanks, Deborah, for letting me know. So we'll just go with UPS then. I take it. That's the one I sent you too. So next step. Oh yeah, I found this beauty that I picked up at Guccieville, and this one I was going to sell, but I'm having a hard time with it because I love this design. I love the style, and I know a lot of you don't like the clear glass or the crystal. Some of you do, but a lot of you don't. So I was thinking I'll hold it back for a while. I found out it is actually originally a Mikasa piece, and it's very sellable. I found they ask a lot of money for these online, which I wouldn't be asking that much money, but it's just a beautiful piece. I mean, look at that. Isn't that isn't that beautiful? I'm just totally in love with it, and even the handle, the shape of the handle. So let me know what you all think. Should I bring it to a sale coming up? And then I found these. Well, actually, I dug them out of storage. Unfortunately, I broke one of them. I've had these for about 5 or 6 years. I picked them up at an estate sale, which was a friend of a friend. But they're just beautiful, aren't they? And they are signed. There's the signature on the back. And one of them has a little bit of a chippy. Now, again, I would probably just sell one and then give the option for the buyer to get the other one at a cheaper price. Because not everybody wants a chippy. I know I can do something about the chippy. Maybe it can be fixed. I know Dee would probably know what to do. I should ask her. Hi, Carol. How are you? So, so yeah, but they're beautiful though, aren't they? Hey, Lori. Doodlebug Lori. You change your name every week now, or can't fool me. I still recognize you. I recognize those letters somehow. But yeah, those are beautiful. I love those plates. I may just keep them and use them again. And then there was this kitty thing. I think I had that in a haul. I was wondering what y'all think. Cause, and then there's the little smiley face there, or the little face, not a smiley face, on the side, which I'm thinking was probably the kid's signature. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Carol. And then there's the big one, and it has this one has a signature on the back, EM, and then again there's that little face right there. There. It's just a cool piece. I mean, you can. Hello, non-hoarder. And you can tell like this one here. They poured this into one of those pot pie things, which I think is amazing. It's funny. Maybe I should bring it to a sale. I may bring it Thursday and see if anyone is interested in it. I mean, I just like it for the charm it has. It's some kid made it. You can tell it was a kid, and I don't know why it was an estate sale. If the kid made it for their grandparents, and the grandparents were the ones in the estate sale, and the kid never wanted it back, or maybe the kid is grown now. It's not a kid anymore. But I think it's really fast. Plus, it's Arizona, the saguaro. So yeah, I may try that. I may try it, and if anyone's interested in that kind of stuff, let me know. If not, let me know too, because then I can bring something else. I don't want to disappoint you all with stuff that you don't like, and then you go like, oh, this is boring. Let's go and find another sale. It's like, yeah. I don't think it's Mexican, but I mean, it was an estate sale here in Arizona, and it's obviously a southwestern design. So my guess is it was just a kid here and someone in this area, somewhere in the Phoenix area, that made it for their grandparents, or it just made it. And the family kept it for a while, and then eventually, It ended up at the estate sale. Oh, and what else? I've had this for quite a while, but it required a battery, and I kept forgetting to get the battery. So here's now I got the battery. Look at that, the unerhütte clock. It's crystal, German, German made, West Germany. There's the whoops, this way. There's a sticker, and it works now because it's got a battery. It's in great shape. It's just a beautiful piece, and it is vintage, obviously, because it's from West Germany. So it's before 1990. So that I may bring on Thursday. And what else? I want to show you. I don't know. Those of you who were at the sale I did with Misty earlier this month, I had this totally cool beer, the glass beer stein with a pewter lid, where I actually had I had a set, but turned out one of them had a boo boo, and I don't remember if it had a boo boo when I bought it or if the boo boo happened after I bought it, because it was one of those things, it was at the register. I was already checking out. We were all together shopping, a bunch of us resellers, and it was half price day. And I noticed it, and I didn't really take time to look at it because I was already literally they were already ringing me up, so I didn't really have time because it was right there in the case that the register was sitting on. So I picked them up. I picked both of them up. I sold one of them, and the other one I kept. I didn't have at the time. I was thinking afterwards I probably should have just offered it at a lower price. But again, that's a question for you all. If you would be interested in seeing that in the sale, here it is. Such a beautiful piece. And yes, I believe that's cut to clear. I was thinking briefly it could have been flashed, but I think it's cut to clear. And here's the boo boo. Unfortunately, it's a pretty nasty one. Right there, top of the handle, it's got a little bit of an issue. Basically, I would not hold it by the handle, and really, you're just displaying it anyways. So, oh, your granddaughter. Well, good luck with that, Deborah. I hope your granddaughter will be doing better soon. So, what do y'all think? Is it beautiful enough to give it a shot, even with a boo boo? Because you don't see it when you display it in your shelf. You sit it in a shelf like this. Either way, you don't see it. You'll just know it's there. So I may just do it as a offer up. I'm not sure if it's Bohemian. Now again, that's the one that LaDonna would know. I had a glass that was similar that had like a hunting scene, or not a forest scene. It wasn't hunting. Nobody was getting killed. It had some deer and some stuff and some trees, and I think it was more of a purplish color that I sold last year, that I brought back from Germany last year. That reminds me of it. So they could be related. But I just love this thing. So if nobody else, the only thing is that its cranberry color is not my color. It's too much of a pink shade. But if nobody, absolutely nobody wants it, then I'll still keep it and display it in my house because it's beautiful enough. Hmm. 4 pounds, okay. No, I know nothing about babies, so I'm hoping 4 pounds is a good thing. No, 4 pounds, that's not a whole lot. Right, Carol? Isn't it? It's just beautiful. And like I said, that boo boo, oh well. It's Just you don't really see it when you display it. So that may be in my actually. I'm planning on having it on my sale on Thursday. See if anybody is interested in it. Hopefully. And then there's this piece. Boom. That's even taller than the blue one I sold. Now the blue one was just mailed out. I have not heard if it arrived. Oh wait, I think it did arrive in one piece. Or was that the one before? Either way. Um this one may be for sale too fairly soon. And I do believe this is Empoli. That's huge. That's a nice piece. Those were probably two of the best pieces that I picked up at the antique market this last winter. This one and its mate, the blue one that sold last week. I love these things. I just love these things. So, oh, 1 month early, yeah, that's. Uh, but thank goodness we nowadays they at least they have ways to help those kids rather than dying or something when they get born early. So, what else is new? Look what I picked up. No, I picked that up for myself, and I picked it up from Amy's sale. Amy, Yoso Boho Amy. She's awesome. You should check her channel. It's now there is a little leaf up there. It's an ikebana, but I really love that thing. It's not, there's a signature on the bottom. It's just a beautiful piece. Yeah, better be safe than sorry, Deborah, because especially when they're early and when they're that small, you'll make sure she's okay, right? But sounds like she's doing okay. That's a good thing. Yep. Wow, 1 pound. No, that's wow. That's amazing. That is cool. And howdy vintage AF. I'm not gonna pronounce those words because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. Oh, Penny Sue, howdy ho! So yeah, that was most of the stuff that I have. And oh yeah, look at that! I got another one of these cool little purses, but this one looks like it's handmade, and this one is all knitted. Or is that knitted? Whatever. It's purple. I was thinking I should just keep it and cut off the strap and make it into a hat band. This hat needs a band, and that would look awesome because this is a leather hat. That's what I wanted. It picked up at the Ren Fair many moons ago. It is handmade. Howdy, Jeannie. It is handmade, and I love this hat. It's just a little warm for Arizona, but it's a nice hat. But it needs a band, and I can't have a pin on there. Again, I don't want to pin holes in the leather hat. It's suede leather, so it's a real nice one. But yeah, that would look awesome, right? That would look awesome. Oh, maybe I should keep it and super glue it on there. Well, not on the hat itself, but super glue it together. If I cut it off here and if I cut it off there and then I put it together and put some super glue on there, it should work, right? Or maybe I can find someone who can sew it together for me. But if I cut it, then it'll probably all unravel real quick, all come apart. I watched this German TV show, which is kind of a mix between oh man, I was gonna send something in, I forgot. A mix between pawn shop and antiques roadshow. It's a show where people bring items that are supposed to be either rare or antique or vintage. They don't have to be old, but they have to be at least rare. They have to have some value. They bring a lot of jewelry. They bring a lot of art, especially paintings. But then it brings some oddities too. And That's kind of cool because then the people first see an expert. They have several experts. One is for jewelry, and one is for art, and one is for like old toys and stuff. And if the expert decides the piece is real and the piece is valuable, or the piece is, it doesn't have to be valuable, but rare or old, something special, and then they ask the person how much money they would like to get for it. And if oh, thank you, Sandy. And if the price that the expert quotes them, the estimated price that he could get for it, compares to the one that the customer wants, then they go on to the next room where there are the dealers. And there are four dealers or five dealers, and they actually all bid against each other. So it's like an auction. So the person has the item, and the dealers, I mean, they too have specialists. This one person usually does jewelry, but sometimes art, and another guy does a lot of art, and they kind of bid against each other. That's a real cool show. I love to watch that thing. I actually learned from that show too. And I was going to take some of my stuff to Germany next time I go and see if I can get into that show, but I completely forgot to send in the pictures. So I probably wouldn't be able. Wow, that is cool, Mary. It sounds like fun. Right? Yeah, no, I'm not a shipping masochist, not at all, but I just find these things and I fall in love with them and I'm not even thinking about shipping them. Did you hear what happened to that swan, that TV lamp, the Maddox? I think you probably heard because I told the story so many times. But that was the worst shipping experience ever, and that was UPS, which is why now I prefer USPS before UPS because that swan was worth some money that I sold at the Misty sale earlier this month. It was that Maddox TV lamp, but of course it was a big swan. Mm, me and big swans. That was the second big swan I shipped and I broke. The first one though was fairly early. That was a while ago, and I was still learning to pack properly. This one I did have packed properly, but you know what happened? It wasn't me. It wasn't my packing. Someone ripped open the box, and now I don't know if I ripped open I mean, if a person ripped open the box on purpose, or if it got ripped open by accident going through those machines, which is my guess. It probably just got ripped open going through those machines. It happens sometimes. And what they will usually do is they will just close it up, put some tape on there, and then they'll have a note saying, was damaged in transit and taped by the post office or taped by UPS. I'm sure that UPS has that too. I've gotten those mailings from the post office before. Now this one, not so much. Someone actually went in there and unpacked two of the three items that were in there. They were all three were glass items, and well, no, two glass and the swan. The swan was ceramic, and they impacted. They all the padding was gone because I had a pool noodle around it, and then I had a cardboard around one of those cardboard tubes around it too. So there was, and then I had lots of bubble wrap on top of that. So there was all sorts of wrapping. None of the wrapping was there when the customer received it. Yeah, needless to say, that thing was broken. I mean, it was smashed to pieces because the other piece that they unwrapped was one of those glass fruits, and that fruit was round like a ball, so it was probably rolling around in there playing pinball with a swan. The third piece they never unwrapped, and the third piece, which was also a big glass piece, that survived perfectly fine. Yeah, and that was really sad because it's like all they had to do was tape the box shut and it may have survived. I'm pretty sure it would have survived because, again, I did have it wrapped pretty tightly. But none of the wrapping was there when the customer received it. All wrapping had disappeared. I saw the pictures and she was like, "It wasn't wrapped. Why wasn't it wrapped?" I'm like, "Yeah, it was wrapped." Hmm. So that was really sad. I mean, ultimately, insurance paid for it, but that's not the point. The point is, this was a rare piece from the 1950s, 60s, made in California, made in, and it was a beautiful piece. Uh, Here you go, magnets. I don't know, it's a pretty thick hat, but I could try that. I could try the magnets. You don't want to come to my place for the summer. No, this is not a fun place to be in the summer. Not when it's 115, 120 degrees out there. Yeah. So, speaking of shirts, I did have a question for you all, and I don't know if you can answer that. Um, do any of you know brands, clothing brands, and stuff? Because I found this totally cool shirt, which unfortunately is about 3 or 4 numbers too large for me, or sizes. Yeah, it is a hot mess. So yeah, and I picked it up anyways because I needed it to get my 20% discount, but I'm gonna have to return it. But then I went online trying to find one in my size, which would be, I don't know, depending on how it comes out. Usually extra large is pretty good. I can do, and I'm trying to lose weight, so extra large should be good. I cannot find it anywhere. It's a Claiborne shirt. I looked for Claiborne. I even joined Poshmark. I looked at other, Macari and them. I couldn't find anything. I tried to look for Claiborne. Tried to look for purple shirts. Nothing came up. I don't know if you can help me, but if you guys know how I can find a shirt like this, which is probably not being made anymore, which is probably the problem. Here it is. Well, that's purple. And then it's got this totally cool purple design here and here. And of course, the sleeves. My next thought was to go and get it altered. Find an alteration place, have them cut everything open where it's sewn together, just cut off a few inches and sew it back together. But I got a hunch they will probably tell me no. No can do. So let me know. Oh yeah, 29 pounds, and you know all about the heat. And it is, let me see, here's the tag. And that's all I found for tags. Claiborne stretch. If you have any idea what to do with this, give me a hint. Brie, if Mina knows how to do this, let me know. I'll pay her. I would love to get this shirt fit somehow. Because I just love it. It's really hard to tell because on my screen it doesn't look that purplish. My screen, somehow the colors look a little bit off, but it is purple. And the design, I mean, I love that pattern. It's different, and I especially like that pattern. It's different. Yes, Liz Claiborne. Again, here's the tag. And I didn't see any other tags inside. I didn't see any. I don't know if it had any tags inside. Usually the tags are in here somewhere, but I didn't see anything inside. So, if any of you have any idea where I looked up J.C. Penney's. J.C. Penney supposedly carries that brand, but no, nothing. So, J.C. Penney's. Right, Alice. And yeah, when I googled it, it told me J.C. Penney would have that brand, but again, nothing. So yeah, just a heads up. If anyone sees anything like that or knows where to find those things, let me know. Give me a heads up where to look for them. I'm thinking it's probably not. It's probably an older model. It's probably phased out, so I may have to look. I mean, I even looked on eBay. Sometimes I find those shirts on eBay, but there are a gazillion shirts on eBay, but none that specifically list the Claiborne. No, I did not look. I don't know if I looked at Amazon. I probably not because I don't generally shop at Amazon. But if it's an emergency like that, I may make a difference. I mean, I may make an exception to the rule. I did try Macy's. Yes, didn't see it there either. But I only tried the websites, and I know with those websites, I mean, they have millions of shirts. I imagine they probably can't have all the shirts on the websites. Um, Whenever I leave the house again, which I don't know when that's gonna be, when I have time, tomorrow I have to run to the post office and drop off packages and to UPS and drop off packages. But after that, I'd probably be staying home for the next few days because I have so much to do. I don't have time to go anywhere. Um, I may have to run up to a local mall and look at look at JC. There's a JC Penney near me. I think that's still open. I think most JC no, JC Penney isn't closing, is they? Are they? Some of these stores are closing. So we'll see. But it's amazing. It's and I'm looking forward to this week. I got a lot coming up, and yeah, I've never worked with Beth before with Sweet Treats and Pretties. That'll be fun. She's awesome. She's way on top of it. She already made like a real nice announcement for us on Instagram. I don't even know how to make these things. I find all these people to work with who make these cool announcements, and I'm like, I don't know how to do that. So yeah, I thought so. I think the one Tempe Marketplace is still there though, because I was there just last weekend and I seem to have driven right by it. Oh well. Oh, no worries, Lori. Thank you for stopping by. It was fun to have you visit. Thank you. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I figured I'd ask you all because I know nothing about these things. Nothing. Not one thing. But you know what? I started a story when I was talking about my TV show. Now I don't even remember what that story was. Okay, well you can ask her maybe. See if she can. That'd be awesome. So yeah, let me know. What was the story that I started to tell? I don't even remember. I know there was a story somewhere, but yeah, I was thinking of getting into that TV show with some of my stuff. The problem is I have so much stuff, I don't know where to start. Mostly, what I'm gonna do is probably take some art over there, because it's again German art from Germany should be sold again in Germany, and people want to buy the art where it's local, where it's from, which doesn't make sense in my book because I like the art from wherever it's not from. I mean, from art from where I don't live, where I don't see it all the time. I don't know. I live. I'm surrounded by saguaro, and I don't hang cacti on the wall. I'm hanging ocean on the wall because the ocean is way far away. It's not that far. I can drive to the ocean, in just a few short hours. But when do I do that? I have responsibilities at home. I'm feeding like what, 10 cats and a dog? Yeah, imagine them if I decide to go out of town. Well, on a short trip. For long trips, I have house sitters. For short trips, so we'll see. But yeah, I've been trying to get to California for the past 8 months or so, and I still haven't. All I have to do is jump in the car and go. A few hours left. Border is like what, 3 hours away or so, and I'm in California, not at the beach yet though. That's another 4 or 5 hours or 3 hours, or depending. Was 4 blocks from your house the beach? Yeah, I need to move somewhere where there's a beach because I won't be able to take the kitties, but I'm sure the kitties will be fine. They'll figure out a way to survive without my help. They're kitties. Yeah, I lived near the beach and I hated it, especially when I was a kid. I temporarily had to live on a little island which was very touristy, and for a teenager that I was at the time growing up, that was not the good place to be because it was not what I was used to. There was no movie theaters. There was one movie theater, and they played movies that were like 3 weeks old or something. But there was not like a plethora of theaters where you had a choice between movies where you could watch them on opening night or anything like that. None of that. Yeah, no bars or stuff to hang out. None of it. It was very backwards. I don't know if I've been to Santa Cruz before, but I imagine it's beautiful. It sounds beautiful. I like San Diego for some reason. When I was still working, I tried to get a job transfer to San Diego, but that never worked out. Plus, I really couldn't. I mean, even with that job, I couldn't really afford California. Even though I was okay with a trailer, as long as I could move closer to the beach. And the Florida beach is too muggy for me. So yeah, I like San Diego. There was a time, well, a couple of years ago. No, it was actually before the pandemic. I flew. I hopped on the Southwest plane to San Diego in the morning and came back in the evening, just for a day, and just walked around the harbor and stuff. I didn't go shopping or anything though. Um, yeah, that's the problem. San Diego just really can't afford it. But I don't know. My uncle's uh, lady, she lives in North Carolina. So that I could move. I could move that way. I mean, if I moved to the East Coast, I would be moving somewhere where it's a little bit closer to a larger airport, and then it would be easy to catch a flight over to Europe too. Because from over here, West Coast, they're always so long. That's why I'm going in the summer. I usually don't like to travel in the summer because everybody travels in the summer. But we have direct flights from Phoenix to Frankfurt on Condor, which they halted for a while, but now they're back. And now they have a new livery. Now their planes look like candy canes. I don't know who came up with that. I admit it's different than the usual white with just something on the tail, but candy canes. And they have different colors. They have like an orange and a green and a yellow. It looks pretty weird. But right now they're flying all these old planes still there and have the new livery, so I'm not gonna get one of those, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I know I'm getting one of the old ones. So, but then most of their planes are old. It's just a matter how many at a time they get repainted because it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to repaint a plane. So we'll see. Minnesota. Yeah, it's a nice and cool, nice and chilly Minnesota. That's the other extreme. No, that's too cold for me. And my in between my asthma and my arthritis, neither one of them would like the Minnesota winters. See, that's why I need to be a snowbird. If I could stay here in the wintertime and move over there in the summertime, I would love it. But then I would have to figure out what to do with all these cats. I can't take them all with me. So I would have to have someone staying here at my house for the summertime and taking care of them. I don't know. Maybe if I can find someone who really needs a home for 3 months. But yeah, we'll see. And of course, you have purple during football season. The Vikings. Of course, it's a typical Viking color. Of course, Vikings are purple. What else would they be, right? But then Baltimore is purple too. So are the Phoenix Suns and Mercury. So we have some purple here too. And the LSU Tigers. Arrgh, go Tigers! Just too bad I started my life in America outside of Tennessee, because back in those days I kind of started watching the Vols. Uh, if it was now, I would totally adopt the Tigers, but I'm still rooting for the Vols. Sorry, I don't even like orange. I don't even like orange. So that was pretty much everything I had for you today. I keep thinking I'm forgetting something. I always forget something. But that's the way I am. I need to forget something. If I don't forget something, then I'm not me. Then something is off. But Vintage and Vino are coming up next in about 15 minutes. They're going to have their Monday night sale. And of course, the Vintage Rescue Squad is coming on at 8 o'clock Eastern. You don't want to miss that either. Something, the preview said something about surprise guests for Misty. So it's her birthday this week. That would be fun. That would be fun. And we'll see. Something different. Nothing about other websites, nothing about how to sell stuff, but just a party. That's what we need. And that pool noodle behind me is really annoying me. I keep looking at it. Go away, pool noodle. There we go. Ha! Problem solved. I'm waiting 45 minutes and I figure out what to do with my pool noodle. And if anyone has a nice purple strap like this that will not fall apart, send it to me so I can make it into a hatband for this hat. That would be just perfect. Oh boy. And with that, I'm gonna leave you a little bit early today because it's been a long day for me. I've had so much. I've done so much already. I spent a couple hours in the this morning in the yard working on boxes and oh yes, thank you, Bree. Appreciate that. And and moving stuff around, and I still haven't gotten my car full with the donation stuff. I was going to get that done today because that was my other thing tomorrow when I go to the post office. Also stop at the thrift store to do some donating, and I also still need to pull all my stuff for my sale on Thursday. Even though it's only Monday, but I'm trying to get ahead. Normally I wait till like Wednesday morning. Yeah, that's a little late, I've noticed. And then I forget to post pictures. Last week I took pictures of all my stuff for my Instagram and I forgot to post them. Oh well, it happens. Yeah, but that was a first. I've never done that before. I may have forgotten to take pictures, but to take the pictures and not post them, yeah, I don't know how that happened. But we'll leave it at that. So now let's all get another cup of coffee or whatever it is that you need or a snack, and then come and check out Vintage and Vino sale. You all take care, and you all need the deal. You all know the deal. Y'all keep it real. Kaboom!